Hey folks, it's Mark Daniels here with your daily execution tip, the rule of three. Yes, many companies make the same mistake. They simply set too many priorities. You see, when you set too many priorities, you lack the focus you need to really accomplish the big, critical things that need to happen. Jim Collins, famous author, said, if you have more than three priorities, then you don't have any. If you have more than three, you don't have any. I can go way back to early in my career. Many of you that know me back then probably remember me walking around with my leather notebook, which was the Franklin Covey system. Pages of my whole business laid out in the Franklin Covey day planner system. It was inspired by Benjamin Franklin and popularized by Stephen Covey in principle number 3 of his famous book of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Well, I lived by that for many, many years, and it drove a lot of success. Franklin Covey's teachings were pretty straightforward, and I remember this vividly. If you have 2 to 3 priorities, you will complete 2 to 3. If you have 4 to 10, you'll complete 1 to 2. And if you have more than 10, you will complete none. 0. And it couldn't be more true. And that's why I believe in the rule of 3. We all know who Steve Jobs was. He had his executive team focus intensely on 3 to 4 projects over a period of time. Never any more than 3 or 4. And if your project fell outside of that realm, you were out of luck. It wasn't going to get the attention it needed to be a success. I read one article on Stephen where he listed 10 components on a board, crossed out 8 of them, and circled the 2 that they were going to focus on. And people would approach him and say, no, this is a really good idea. He'd say, yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe next quarter, maybe next year. He would get his team focused intensely on just 3 to 4 projects. Narrow your focus. Well, you hear me say that a lot in my teachings. Narrow your focus. So for your team, get them to focus on just 3 priorities. One more tip for you executives. There's a great book. It came out just 2 years ago. It's called The One Thing. It's written by Gary Keller. And he said in his book, it is those who concentrate on but one thing at a time who advance in this world. And I have to agree with that. I wake up every morning with one primary goal for that day. While I might have a list of 10 things, I cross off 9. And I say, what is the one thing that if I do this today and get it accomplished, it will drive myself or my company forward at a lightning pace. So remember, the rule of 3 for your team, focus on one thing a day as an executive. Hey, if you like these execution tips or have any comments, put them in the comments down below. I read them all and respond to many of them. Thank you for listening each day. And remember, at Results, we make strategy execution easy.